Welcome you all. Love you all. Welcome to the Hierarchy channel. So we have been telecasting Dr. Malladi's videos for the past several months, and we have received an overwhelming response on his videos, and we also received the feedback saying that their lives have been changed. So owing to that, we wanted to create more videos and telecast his programs. And Dr. Malladi agreed to do the program today. Especially this program is called the Comprehensive Prahlada Vidya. It's a Samba. His idea is to create miracles in our life. Rather than waiting for the miracles, why don't we create miracles by ourselves? So his philosophy is not to wait for any miracles. We create miracles by creating a miracle brain activation technology. And this has been a proven technology because we have received many emails saying that it is working great and many people have changed their lives for good. So, and it's a great honor and privilege to introduce again Dr. Malladi, who has been a pioneer in this field. And I welcome you, sir. Namaskar.
Namaskar. What I will do in this particular meeting is, since we know or you have known the basic principles, but yet there will be some people who will be coming for the first time. What I will do is I will show the slides until we come to the practice level so that they can study the slide themselves. Okay, those who did not receive the actual slides. So I will show this each slide for about 2 or 3 seconds, then move on. And those who want to study it fully, they can freeze it and then see it. Then I will do more commentary when we come to the actual practice, which is the crux. Okay. So this is the first slide. Here, this activity related to Agni, wellness, water, earth, etc. It is variable. Okay. If you go further, I use a different relationship also. This is to say that these are all interrelated. If you are active, you can become wealthy. If you are active, you can become wellness or properly active, in other words. So like that. So don't take it hard and fast. But when we come to the practice, we assign a different value to these things. And we will say this is mainly to show that we can assign different values for different symbolisms we have. Okay. Next, Mata Pitrubhya Namaha, etc. Then here is the story of Prahlada Vidya. Next, we have the line of gurus. Many people ask, who is my guru? Well, since you are learning this, the Paramaguru is none other than Paramashiva, who came in the Amsha of Bhagavan Ananta Prabhu. And then the Paramaguru, Parameshri means Supreme Most. Paramaguru is the Sri Anjaneya in his divine body. Next, the Guru is not me. The Guru is your Shraddha. And then the Guru Dakshina is your sadhana. That means you are responsible for your Shraddha. The grace comes directly from your Shraddha and sadhana. So therefore, as I said, we are not mutually, or we are free from mutual obligation. Okay? Having said that, I am an author trying to help myself as well as you simultaneously. Okay. Now, next. is theory and practice. So I developed some theories, and you have received several slides of theory before. I discarded some of them and put all in 1 to 60. So, and essentially we are taking from Krita Yoga, Treta Yoga, Dwapara Yoga, and Kali Yoga, and Kalyana Yoga. Kalyana Yoga is within Kali Yoga. So we understood this. Okay, next. Prahlada Vidya Samba, and we know the story about the poison, etc. And we described poison is nothing but CO2 in the atmosphere, and how it can be recycled by photosynthesis. So again, next Ramayana application of this without suppose how Rama used the idol of Sita to do an activity that requires her presence without her physical presence. And then here is the picture of Sivabala Yogi. He lived in Draksharama, and when I was in high school, he was doing this tapas as a Bala Yogi. He was initiated by none other than Paramaseva himself as a Jangama Devara, and he remained there in tapas for 12 years, and the first 8 years he spent to relieve Brahma from his curse. Therefore, he relieved the humanity from the curse of Brahma, of lying. Okay, you can read about it on the internet. Next. So therefore, all that was possible, and immediately after that was done, at a different place in Chennai, in Tamil Nadu, Bhagavan Ananta asked somebody to write the Devi Pravachanams, dictations. He himself, in the divine form, talked about yoga, not physically, but in a divine form. And then several rishis talked about it. Even the Divine Mother has talked about it, and the Devi Pravachanas, the dictations are done, and they are available now, both some of it in English and some of it in Sanskrit. And the essence of it has been incorporated in Prahlada Vidya. That is why it is much more powerful than the earlier ones. Now, and when it comes to Dwapara Yuga, I have taken this sloka 29 of chapter 4, and this is what it is. Okay, offering prana to apana, and apana to prana, and arresting. This is very simple. Next. Then Kali Yuga. Equations explain pranayama. Science and engineering equations explain effectiveness of pranayama chemically as well as mechanically. So we are going from log burning to cell ignition in the body, and from known organic chemistry to unknown pranic mystery, or physical breath to mental breath, which is pranayama. Next, we are talking about inner body and nature. And in the inner body, cellular respiration takes place, and in the nature, photosynthesis takes place. And we interchange these two, and we add mind to this interaction, then the whole thing becomes yoga. So mono-oxygen plus mono-glucose gives you this. And then the fundamental equation is this. What happens in inhalation and hold? What happens in exhalation and hold? This is the mystery. And we can take this to different levels. But if we keep it only in the physical level, you get some benefit, physical benefit, not higher benefit. So we'll see how this is done at different levels. In fact, if this is the physical, there are 6 levels. That is 6 chakras. We will talk about it as we go along. But understand this very clearly, you have understood everything. Okay. Now, the 4 phases of divinity in pranayama and dhyana, they are all similar terms. Srushti is similar to Poraka, is similar to pranayama, that's prana plus apana, or the other way. Sthiti is similar to holding kumbhaka, and that also dhyana. A state of stillness is dhyana essentially. So, or steadiness, you can say. Okay. Vyana, Udana, and Samana happens in this. Okay. Then Laya. So the Vyana is offered to the cosmos. Laya, Rechika, Pranayama. Again, that is one is active, another is passive. Dhyana is passive. Pranayama. If you combine these two, it becomes creative peace. That is active peace, dynamic peace, you can say. And Tirodhana is Sunyaka. This is the one which no other yoga actively talked about. That means we can actually take prana from outside. Everybody is talking about you are coming with a certain amount of prana, that is your fate, and it all depends upon how you use it for longer or shorter or foolish or otherwise. What Prahlada Vidya proposes is this. This is possible because the lie was taken out. Brahma's lie was he found the end. In fact, there is no end. So therefore, since the curse is taken away, the end, the concept of that life should end physically is removed. That's the main thing we have to understand. And again, another concept that is caught is that when the man is not ready to receive the Amrita, he is beheaded, like as Rahu and Ketu. So that is also done. Shiva's curse on Brahma. This explains that. Okay. And now is the time that man has evolved a lot. Many people think man has fallen. Yes, some people have fallen, but some people have equally risen. So let's take the other people. Those who have risen has improved quite a few things here. So Kali Yuga is not all dark as you think. Okay. And next, and removal of Shiva's curse on Brahma. How this is done. Okay. And now, again, this is about Devi Prabhutanath. I already talked about it. You can ask for the manuscript. When I receive it, I will send it to you. And now we talked about the chemistry. Now we talked about the beam theory. How we can improve the strength of our own sadhana. That is, you can by superimposing several aspects. So this is also done in Kannada Maharshi's cell theory, and this is done in so this can be seen as mathematics, or it can be seen as engineering. Okay, by superimposing dhyana, mudras, etc. Or people can come together and do it, or they can do both. Okay, so there are lots of possibilities. Okay, so breathing act is only one. If you prepare preparation mudras 9, etc. like that. This is just an example, not exact. Now, how Prahlada Vidya is different from other sadhanas? Earlier modes, punishment, forgiveness, love and compassion, healing, absorbing other sins, etc. Prayer. Prahlada Vidya Samba offers a new, freeing and automatic method of transmutation. Hello? Okay?
Yes, Guru.
Okay. Next. Now, okay, let me. Now is the prayer, and Sri Anjaneya, Prasannanjaneya, Prabhari Vikaya, Namo Vayuputra. Then we have the Siddha Asana, Achmana, drinking some water, Purna Hasta Mudra, and Kejari Mudra, and you know all of them, and Sama Mudra. Here I would like to make an interesting observation. You see Mahavatar Babaji. Now, there is a simple way to achieve this, and when two lines meet, it's an intersection. When three lines meet or intersect, it's called a marma. This is the thing that is shown in the Sri Chakra. In the same way, when three planes meet, that becomes a marma point. So you have in a rectangular room, you have 4 marmas at the bottom level and 4 marmas at the top level. And you can look at your room. So the northeast corner room, you can sit in the southwest direction, place on a bed or a chair or whatever it is in your room. And if you look at the top corner, where the vertical walls meet the horizontal, floor, or you can the ceiling, that becomes a marma of consciousness, because northeast represents water. Water means consciousness, and it is simply by looking at it, you develop great concentration. This has been tested, and don't do it now, but you can do it later. Okay, and doing the sadhana instead of closing the eyes. But if you prefer to close the eyes, that's your will. And now there are basically, we talked about several mudras. They are still good if you are doing one particular sadhana for a long time. But since we'll be doing 108 pranayamas, we don't keep on changing the mudra for every two things. Therefore, we developed this Purna mudra for the 1 to 5 sadhanas. We'll go through that. Then the final sadhana is Kuber mudra. This is for the to manifest one's specific desire, whatever it is. So we want to acquire. So they are shown here. You can practice them. Now, Antar Puja, Yajna and Abhisheka. These are all very familiar, but we do external Puja, Yajna and Abhisheka quite often, and they are quite expensive as well as time consuming. So we try to compress them and make them enough. Okay. So I gave an introduction to that. You are familiar with that also. And how to do sankalpam to help somebody else, or if you have any relational problems, a toxic issue, how to resolve it by dissolving it within yourself, since you are linked by the equation of action and reaction. If you remove the reaction, the action is also gone. So that's what is done. Here we are going to enter what is known as a temple of youth, eternal, and success. Next, in pranayamas and jhanas, so we have 6 antarsnana and do number 2 pradakshina, and you will see here the cycles of consciousness or brain activity is decreasing. 12 hertz, usually it is at 20 hertz, and if you do antarsnana and pradakshina, it will fall down to 12 hertz. Then when you do antar puja, one aspect 14 cycles, up to 10 hertz, then 8, and you can go up to 2 also. Okay, this comes, and many people have experience with this, so you can also do it. But don't think that you may get it in the first pass. Okay, so now I talk more about that later on. Mantras and pranayama and jhana. Okay, pranayama is when you are breathing in or breathing out, and jhana is when you are holding. Basically, that's the definition I am giving. So, Havom, first prananada, they are all taken from the Devi Pravachananas. And Ananto Vijayati, Sarva Rakshakara mantra. We need protection. And you can chant it any time. Okay. Then Harimi, the first Sristi mantra, Nada. And then Jai Jai Anjaneya is the mantra. Sarva Sadhaka mantra. Sadhaka is under the, when once you get the protection, you can do the sadhana very well. And Anjaneya helps that. And he also provides the prana from outside to inside. And Jai Jai Kamakshi and Siddhi, she brings the apana from outside to the necessary apana center in the body. And here mentioned Mahalakshmi, Srimanarayana, Paramakalyani, they are also avataranas of divine beings, just as Bhagavan Ananta was a descent of Paramashiva consciousness in a human body. And there are many people, don't think that they are the only people. There are quite a few people. You can be one too. Now, Antasnana Sankalpa, though it is done in an elaborate way, you can read it, and then when in practice, you just hold that Sankalpa in the mind. You don't have to literally say everything. It's the bhava that is important. Okay, we have done that before, so I'll pass on from there. Again, here, the only thing is You have to understand 4, 2, 6, 3. This is what it is. That is, if you are breathing in for 4 seconds, you hold it for 2 seconds of the time. Not more than that usually. Only in one, you hold it a little bit longer. Then the other one is 6 and 3. So this is a ratio, very safe ratio. When the ratio is more increased, you need more guidance and you should not practice it for a longer time. That's the whole idea. But there are people who claim that they hold the breath for 5 minutes, 6 minutes, etc. And some people said Satya Sai Baba used to hold it for 8 minutes, therefore he got all this siddhis. All those things may be right or are right, but we are not trying to become that. Okay. The purpose is quite different. We have to be safe first. Okay. And antasnana. Okay. And here we take. You can imagine 2 buckets and taking 2 tumblers and then putting like it is shown in this picture here. Okay. And you imagine you are taking milk, honey, coconut water, turmeric water, kumkum. All these will cure all the skin diseases or whatever it is. Then warm water to remove the any greasiness, and then well water, and then lake water, river water, and rainwater. Basically, we are taking from warm to cold. That's what it is. Okay. So we are trying to understand certain amount of science in everything that we are doing. Okay. And then the pradakshina cycle is left, right, left. Earlier I said Eem, Om, Aim. Now I change to Om, Aim. This is a very, very important thing that you can practice anytime. Wherever you are walking, stepped breathing, Ha, Om, Aim, hold. Ha, Eem, Hum, hold. Just like that. And I practiced it for hours, and during the sunlight, okay, you get vitamin D, etc. Then you can do this. In fact, by doing this, you can do all the sadhanas, and I did it. Okay, you can do Kamakshi sadhana sitting and or by walking also you can do that. You can do Kamakshi sadhana, you can do Meenakshi. I will tell you how later on. Okay. But here we are using it, imagining you are going through, you are entering a temple. Okay, this is the first 8 steps, 4 steps here, 4 steps. I showed it here. How you just practice it. Okay, with every step like this. So this is to keep the timing and the number intact. Okay. And what you can do, another good way to do is whenever you have time, when you take bath, okay, you can, while taking bath, you can practice this snana pranayama. While taking bath itself, you can do that. You can sit comfortably, okay, and then have 2 buckets if you want to. Why not? Have fun, okay. So therefore, you can do in imagination as well as physical thing. So therefore you do that. Then here also you can do that, and you can create a temple in your own house, because the temple will be in a corner, but you can make your living room into a temple and put a small what you call Poorna Kumbham, okay, in the center, and put a coconut on it and keep going round and round, and you get the exercise, enough exercise, and do that. You can do any time. You work for 1 hour and just go around about 4 minutes and do that. And this can also be done by swinging. You stand and then try to swing on one leg to the right and on the other leg to the left, and doing this, count these things. But you can imagine it. I don't explain it here. It's called elephant swing. You can say elephant does it like that. Next time when you go to zoo, watch the elephant and try to do that. Imagine that your front legs are her front legs. Okay. And now, Antar Puja. Now here comes, you are sitting, here we are applying pranayama, apane juhvati prana. That is prana from chest to stomach and from medulla to perineum. This is apane juhvati pranam. And the pratyahara, that is the opposite association, prane juhvati apane, prane pane. Okay. Tadha pare. That is apana from, so it is happening in 4 ways. That is for everything, the origin is perineum. Here, it's the origin is chest and medulla, only thing here. And I want to master this. The more you master, the better it will be. So by mastering this, you get a lot of memory. You can improve your memory by this. Some people say, why not you have just one and get everything? Well, are you happy with only one shirt or one sari? No. You would like to have a number of saris. So you would like to have different limbs, different systems. Therefore, but there is one thing that is constant, that's ratio is very constant. Okay. So therefore, there is something that is not changing, and there is something that is changing, and that is life. Now, so sankalpa. So what you have to clearly understand whether you say the mantra or not. Okay, when you are breathing in, you are uniting prana and apana, or the other way. Then kumbhaka, you are mentally saying apana ananto vijayate. So that will produce vyana, udana, and samana. In rechaka, with harim, you are offering vyana to cosmos. With sunyaka, that in Sunyaka, Jeja Anjaneya brings the prana plus. This has been explained already. And with Sunyaka, Kamakshi, Apana. Okay. This you have to understand very clearly. When once you do that, you don't have to say all these things. That's where you save time. Otherwise, it takes forever. Okay. And now, this is the crux of it. So we are with Kamakshi Antar Puja for wellness. In the beginning, we said for wealth, but here we are doing for wellness. I want to clearly state that. Okay. And I burn prarabdha, okay, and planetary karma by this. And you do only for 2 cycles. There are people who did for hours, but right now in this particular sadhana, only 2 cycles. Then you can come back and do it any number of cycles. Okay. 2 cycles again, Puraka 4 seconds, 2 seconds, 6 seconds, and 3 seconds. Then you go from prana, Havom, Ananto Vijayate, then Harim, Jai Jai Kamakshi, okay, or Jai Jai Anjaneya, Jai Jai Kamakshi. Just looking at this, you can simply breathe in, okay, Havom, breathe in, hold, Ananta Vijayate, and then breathe out, mentally saying Harim. Then after that, in 3 seconds, Jai Jai Anjaneya, Jai Jai. These are very clear. Study this, and then afterwards, you don't need this after some time. You should be able to do it very mechanically and with memory. Similarly, the next is from medulla, you are going to perineum. Okay, now we are moving to nerve systems, basically. Okay, you are going from here through the spine. There it is through the arteries. This is the arteries. Okay, arterial transmission. Here it is nerve transmission. Ida and Pingala. You are doing it simultaneously. You don't have to do anuloma viloma. If you do it, that's fine. But here we are taking simultaneous. That means you are balancing them right away. Okay, and doing it. This is all how you think about it. Okay. Now again Ananta Vijayate. Then again Harim, Jai Jai Anjaneya. What is changing is the 4B, Meenakshi. Okay. Now, next is Visalakshi, Antar Puja for wealth. Okay. There in the beginning we said it is for activity, but as I said, it is. I am purposefully doing this. Don't think I am confusing you, my dear friends. Confusion is better than no fusion. If you remove confusion, it will be profusion. And I want you to get into profusion through confusion. Okay? It's like, if you create an artificial heart attack, you don't have any heart attack at all. Basically. Okay, some people are proposing that, it's something like that. So that means there are many ways to program something. You can use different variables for different things. If you understand this, since you are all, most of you are computer experts, you can apply that knowledge to your body. Now, again, it is reversing from perineum, It is going Om up through the spine, Shushumna. Okay, that, and again here, no, understand the prana are coming from top and apana is. In the previous models, so we thought it is coming horizontally. Now we changed it. This is the right way. So it is coming, imagine. This is all imagination basically. And in the sankalpa, you don't, and once you make the sankalpa, imagination is not necessary. But if you can bring it, that's fine. Okay. Now, next, again, 2 cycles. Okay. And then Ananto, next is again, now we are going through Jyotirlinga. This is the most important part. It is this Jyotirlinga, okay, by climbing up, Vishnu climbed up and he found there is no end and he told the truth. Okay, I couldn't find the end to Shiva. And Brahma went to the other one. And since Shiva asked to find the end, Brahma thought there should be an end. Therefore, when he did not find the end, he said, okay, let me tell the truth. Let me tell him I found it. This is most of us will do. That's our consciousness. Okay. Especially so in India. The father will be there and somebody rings a phone, somebody phones for him and he says, my father is not here. So this is how we teach lying, the Brahma quality so far. Okay. So because of this lying, we were ruled by lots of people. Now we realize our mistake and understand that India got independence around 1947 when this gentleman started doing the Brahma Shapam. And Satyameva Jayate, but we did not come yet. Let's do that. More and more people are telling the Satya. People are coming out, telling the Satya of what is happening in the house. You know what I mean? Okay. So people are daring, telling atrocities that are happening in the offices, in the houses, etc. At least they are telling out the Satya, and there is hope for transformation in India. Okay. Now, Jyotirlinga. Now again, perineum. Now we are going to top aura. Okay. Mid aura and top aura. Again, like this. Again, everything is so similar. You can do it. And then, okay, next. So when you go to we have finished the 5 of them. Okay, the 6th one relates to the highest one, Ananta Gayatri mantra, and this is Tat Savitur Param Rupam Jyotis Satyasya Dhimahi Yanna Satyena Vartayet. Yannaha, you can say, divide it, or you can say yes and yes. Okay, Ananto Sri Vijayate. These are 5 Sanskrit letters, and these are alphabet, you can say, and these are 8 of them, 8, this 24, and when you add another 8, it becomes Poorna Gayatri, or I call it as Ananta Gayatri. Ananta means that which is beyond the end. Okay. Now, here I would like to say something about the Sanskrit language. There is a book in America I read, Don't Hit the Curb. What it means, you tell a kid, the mom tells the kid, don't hit the curb when he learns the bicycle, etc. So as long as he is conscious, he doesn't hit the curb. But the moment he starts daydreaming, etc., he loses the consciousness or outer consciousness, then he hits the curb. Why is this happening? Because the subconscious mind does not recognize the word not, NOT. So therefore, whenever you say don't do it, the subconscious mind hears as do it. So when you tell a kid don't hit the curb, the conscious mind takes care of not, but the subconscious mind does not take care of it. So it programs itself hit the curb. So the classic example is Christianity. It says don't kill. So therefore, as long as they are conscious and as long as they are in the church, they don't kill anybody. But outside the church, they exactly do that in the wars, kill the people. Of course, there are a lot of other reasons for it. But whatever it is, why do you use the word not? So in Sanskrit language, the not is not there. They use the word a or na. Okay. Now many people translate a or na as not, like this, I am not the body. It's not the body. A means transcendence. Na also means transcendence. So Ananta means beyond the end. Okay. You don't even have to say endless. Okay. And Namaha, Namaha. Maha means nature. Namaha means I am beyond nature. Like that. Okay. Dr. Sairam has spelled Poorna, P-O-O-R-N-A. I had a problem with poor, poverty. So then I understood in the Sanskrit, Poorna means beyond poverty. So Poorna spelling is good now. So I use the power of Sanskrit language not to have any negative feelings in me or anything that I don't want to have. So use the Sanskrit language, not English or Telugu for that matter. Okay. So many people say, I am not the body. I am not the mind. But the truth is, you are also the body. You are beyond it, basically. You are not limited by the body. That is why this Mahesh Yogi is very smart. He's a true scientist. He's not an English teacher like Jaggu was there. So he said transcendental meditation. He didn't say no meditation. He said transcendental. So anything you do, you are transcending the body. You are transcending the mind. That's the right way to do that. Okay. Uh, uh, but Jaggu Vasudev is a great person. Okay. But his translation is not right in my opinion. That is just my opinion. Okay. Now, so therefore, with Paramakalani Antar Puja for Parama Jnana, I remember my conscious self and all that stuff. Okay, again, you are going to top of the aura. Okay, top, that is over the aura, basically. You can imagine all those things. Like when you do, like this is Paramakalani, this is Atma, this is Paramatma, Atma, Paramatma. And this is Jivatma. This is midbrain. Okay. Visalakshi Tattvam, etc. Now, so you have gone all the way up. Then what is most important is you have to come down. So when you are coming in the reverse order, you at this point, okay, perineum. So at this is Paramatma. You have done 4 cycles, and when you come to Atma level, you substitute in Puraka, you invoke Dattatreyo Vijayate. And then here Anjaya remains them, and his Shakti is Sri Anaghe. Okay. But suppose you are a Master CVV sadhaka, then you can say Namaste Master CV. I will talk about them later on. This is one alternative. Vasishto Vijayate. Then you are doing Arundhati. Okay. So then Narasimha Vijayate or Nrsimha Vijayate as you want. Anjaneya Sri Lakshmi. Again, this is a wealth center. Visalakshi center is also wealth center. So in a different way, Hiranyagarbha Vijayate, smartness, that is Srivani here. Okay. And Dhanvantri, wellness, okay, that is again Sanjeevani. So you are using in a very creative way, you are creating lots of connections in your body. You become smart and creative. Why not? Okay. You can do that, and this will improve your memory and quite a few things. Now you say, oh, I am not a Shakti worshipper. Okay. I am a Vaishnava. Okay, go ahead with Venkateshwara Vijayate. But the secret is the word Venkateshwara came from a Telugu word Venakati Iswara. That's what I read in one book given by a lady called Vedamatra Devi, who herself was the mother of Yashoda. I mean, who was the mother of Krishna. Okay. Yashoda Devi. Mother means, stepmother, you can say, or Pempudu Talli, who adopted Krishna as her son. Sri Rama Vijayate, Sri Krishna Vijayate, Namaste Master Sri, or anything else. Jai Jai Sri Devi, correspondence, Sita Devi. And when you have Krishna, you have 2 options, Rukmini or Radhe. Okay. But understand, Radha and Krishna, did not dance like you and I think. Okay, they never touched each other. But that's a different issue. Now, Namaste Master C.V. Jeja Venkam Garu. Okay, Venkam Garu is the wife of Master, second wife of Master C.V., who helped him in developing this immortal body. Okay. Now, again, I say I don't want all these people. Then you have, instead of I am Dattatreya, Gayatri, etc. You can say I am light Swaha. You can say 3 or 4 times. Then instead of Anjaneya, say I am life Swaha. Just like Jesus Christ said, I am the life, I am the light. Things like that. And then instead of Kamakshi or Sanjeevani, you can say I am well or I am healthy Swaha. Meenakshi and Srivani, I am wise or I am smart Swaha. And Visalakshi and Sri Lakshmi, I am rich, I am wealthy Swaha. And Annapurne or Arundhati, I am steady, firm Swaha. And Mahakali, Sri Anake, I am blissful, joyful Swaha. And Paramakalyan, I am cosmic bliss Swaha. There is a individual bliss, there is a cosmic bliss. Okay. And it's like that. So you have done this puja. Now, you should know in puja, you are moving prana from one place to another place. Okay. Now, what is yajna? Yajna is quite different. Slightly different, you can say. You are still uniting prana and apana, but at this simultaneously at one place. See, in this puja, this is prana, let us say this is prana, this is apana center. You are bringing it down like that. Okay? Or you are bringing apana to prana like this through your spine or like that. So one is steady. It's like the differentiation you do in mathematics. You keep one variable constant and you differentiate the other one at a time. Now here in Antaryajna, it's a much subtler than this. That is, you are bringing both of them like this. Okay? When you are doing the mantra, when you are breathing in, you are bringing prana from up and apana from bottom like this. Okay? Now, so therefore, and these mantras are, we are doing 6 mantras here. Okay? And I give the number of cycles, etc. And then we are talking going from earth, water, fire, air, ether, and cosmos. Okay. So there are 6. See, people talk about, breathing, breaking, 6 chakras, etc. It is, I kept this number of 6, but interpreted in a slightly different way. Okay. Okay. Now, again, I'm explaining this Antaryajna. Basically, I chant 3 Bala mantra seed sounds simultaneously. I will, instead of reading it here, I will tell you exactly with one example. Okay. Now here, so I start with Ganapati Bala mantra. Okay. Antaryajna, it burns my prarabdha karma. Okay. Again, this prarabdha karma is also done in puja, but you're also doing it here also in a much subtle way. Now here in a homa way, you can say. So prana is coming up and prana. So as you are chanting the mantra, immediately see when you are chanting Aim Gam Sreem, Aim Gam Sreem, see I am Gam Sreem, see I am moving both, see I am moving both like that. So you, with little practice, you can imagine that one is coming up, they are joining, just like collision, you can say. Okay, gentle collision, you can say. They are coming like this, and here they are exploding, okay, into light, and then they are dispersing in the in all directions perpendicular to that. One is axial movement, then other is planar movement in a plane perpendicular to the vertical axis, basically. Okay. So one is an axis, another is a plane represented by that axis. The mathematical people will understand that better, but it doesn't matter. So in Rechaka, you are spreading out like this, okay, like this or like this. Anyway, whichever is so you can imagine whatever is comfortable. Okay. In the stomach, you can imagine that something is going out of the navel and something is also going in the back, and all those from the sides, whichever is comfortable. Okay, it all depends upon your visualization, and you don't have to visualize all the time, but you develop visualization. Why not? Some people say, I don't know, but you start thinking, then you start imagining, then you start visualize it. These are the three process: think, imagine, and visualize. Okay. Next, uh, again, same process, only thing the center is different. This is at Mooladhara, and this is Subramanya. Okay, I am some Srim. See here, I am Saraswati Bijam, and Srim is Lakshmi Bijam. And here I am using the Parvati Bijam indirectly, and this is forward, this is backward. Okay, this is forward, this is backward, basically. Only thing is, this is forward is happening along one axis, and this one is Rechika, it is going out into cosmos in all directions. That's the whole idea here. And read it and understand, try to understand by yourself. Don't go for too much of explanation. Okay? One second. నేను తర్వాత మాట్లాడతానమ్మా, కాన్ఫరెన్స్లో ఉన్నాను. ఓకే, బాయ్. Now, okay. So again, the sum. So here again, Saraswati Bijam, and I'm keeping these two constant, and I'm giving one aspect of Parvati Bijam, Gam. Okay, here another aspect of Shiva and Parvati are together. Okay, here I'm using sum. That is, this is the mother Bijam. See, this is mother Bijam of Shiva Shakti, and this is the father Bijam, Sam, Subramanya. And you know the stories associated with that. So they're all evolutionary psychological process, you can say. And so now third one is this is the most popular one, Bala Mantra. So this is Aim Klim Sau Klim Aim. Aim is again Saraswati Bijam. Klim is Vishnu Bijam or Lakshmi Bijam, you can say. And Sau is Parvati Bijam. So the art is slightly changed, but this is the most. And Klim removes transformation. This law brings about a transformation in the earth. Therefore, when you bring transformation in the earth, what you really is, you are creating wealth. You are creating wealth by transforming the earth, either by going, something, etc. So, Kli, a car represents Kamaraj Bijam. That means to fulfill your desires. Most of our desires are earthbound, and that's what God wanted to. Okay, so that is why he is known as Kameshwara, Kamakshi, Kameshwara. So you can use Kamakshi mantra for all your desires. Only thing is, get Ishwaratva on them by Prahlada Vidya. That is all you require. You don't have to get rid of any desires. You can fulfill all the desires, one after the other, or even simultaneously, using Prahlada Vidya. I will tell you how later on. You have already, some of you have practiced it. And then Rechika again, Sau Klim Aim. Okay, you are taking it out like that. So next is Antarekya. Okay, Yajna at the Parvati. Again, you can say Lakshmi Bija. This is also represents Tamoguna. Tamoguna is Prakriti, earth consciousness. Many people think Tamoguna is bad. No, Tamoguna is most beautiful. All the beauty, the men are handsome because of Tamoguna. The women are beautiful because of Tamoguna. And we want beautiful women and handsome men, don't we? Okay, next. Even the gods are, most of the Lalita Sahasranam is about her beauty. All the limbs, without exception. Okay. And even Sundarakanda, the great Brahmacharya Hanuman describes the beauty of Sita Devi in Sundarakanda. You understand that? Okay. That means they have seen beauty as beauty, basically. Okay. Now, Aim Dream Dream. Okay. So Parvati is Rajoguna, that is creative. All creativity is out of it. Because of that creativity, she created all the worlds. Okay. I am Hreem, Sreem. You know that. Okay. Then Sreem, Hreem, I am. Next, we go to Aim Cream Sreem. And this is a very powerful mantra, Cream Sreem. Okay, this is Saraswati, Satvaguna also. Okay, and I associate with Cream, the most powerful one. So basically, and this is, so you are going from Tamoguna to Rajoguna and then to Satvaguna. Spring, mass, spring, damper in mechanical systems. You need a good body for the automobile. You need a good spring that stores energy and releases energy, Rajoguna. And then you need a good absorber, shock absorber, which is Satvaguna. That is Saraswati. You need that. Okay. In the same way, in electrical systems, you have inductance, which is Tamoguna. Okay. And then you have capacitance, which is Rajoguna. It stores charge and release battery. Then you have resistance, okay, to change their intensities, etc. So therefore, well, and that is why the Divine Mother is called, Tripura Sundari. These puras are at different levels. They are at the mechanical level. So when you go to electrical level, it loses the dimension of length. Okay. It comes, you see, in velocity is number of feet per second or minute. Whereas when you come to electrical engineering, so much of charge, a number per second. So it loses the dimension and it becomes more subtle. So if you understand this way, your spiritual sadhana becomes extremely easy and very near to you. That is important. Okay, you don't have to believe, you can see and then experience it. Okay. Now you have, so we are almost 1 hour now. Okay, 1 hour 24, less than 6 minutes. All right. So we are doing well. So I do Lalita Bala. Oh, this is the affirmation. You don't have to actually say. Then you have this Poraka. Now, see, beyond the three is Lalita Devi. Lalita Devi has created all the trinities. So for that, Aim, Eem, Aum. So here you have Aim, Eem, Aum. Why I have, see, all the other ones have consonants because they are all manifestations. And this is the unmanifested one. Therefore, the pure pranas, Aim is a pure prana of combination of A and E. And then Eem is a pure Shakti. Okay, again prana. Okay. And then Aum is A and U, Aum. So these are all very harmless because she is Lalita. Lalita cannot do any harm. Okay. So I have put these things and then I put in the reverse order here. Okay. So we went all the 6 ones here. So we are using the same centers as before. Okay. Now I do Antaryajna in the reverse order. I went up to Lalita and I did 4 cycles. And in cream, I said I'm Sreem cream. Okay. I am cream. Again, same numbers. See, you understand the most difficult one or most varied one is Kamakshi, Meenakshi, etc. We are using 5 mantras, okay, or 2 nadas and 3 mantras. And when we came to Yajna, we are using different mantras, but only 3, and we are reversing them. So therefore, basically 2 mantras, but they are changing them. So the difference between puja and this is, in puja, we are using a mantra during the Sunyaka, Kumbhaka and Sunyaka. Here, we are not, you are keeping it, we are keeping it silent. So therefore, we are becoming subtler. You can say we are making it easy. And this has been followed throughout. Okay. So Saraswati, Parvati, Lakshmi. So everything that goes up has to come down. So that is the rule of Sri Anjaneya. Okay, you don't just go down, and if you do it properly, we can establish where we wanted. Now comes Abhisheka. Abhisheka has two parts. One is you do the Abhisheka and clean the linga of Shiva. Okay, and then you decorate it. Okay, and people use what you call the namakam and chamakam. With namakam, you clean it. With chamakam, you manifest all your desires. I want this, I want this, I want that, like that. Okay, like it's interpreted in so many ways, and there is a lot of science that is used in this. We already talked about Kanada's explanation of Ekanchame, Trinchame, Panchachame, etc. And I explained in terms of engineering also. Well, you see, the same thing is there. Somebody has commented on Prahlada Vidya. Oh, this Malladi is simply gathering stuff and putting it together and put a brand name and getting popular. I readily agreed. Yes, I have brought the things together, but there are two types of gathering. One is a gathering of a mixture, and you can gather and make into a compound. I made a compound and I made into a new compound. That's the difference. So we are not doing anything different. Okay. The creation is existing. And the thing is, the difference between engineers, scientists, and mathematics people know only numbers. A mathematics teacher knows only numbers and he gets his monthly salary. Suppose a Marwadi studies only up to high school and learns how to compute Chakravati, compound interest. And that guy goes out, he doesn't become a scientist, most of them, and nor anything. He simply makes money. The poor teacher, mathematics teacher, remains them. That means the teacher doesn't apply, whereas the Marwadi applies what the teacher told. That's where so in science you apply mathematics, that is 2 plus 3 is equal to 5, and 2 kg plus 3 kg is equal to physics, and 2 atoms plus 3 atoms is equal to chemistry, and you made an application there. And again in politics, 2 votes plus 3 votes is equal to 5 votes, that is Rajakiyam. Okay. Then designs. In the same way, in engineering, you design. Okay. So it is a higher order application. So most of the PhDs are applications of mathematics to kinematics, physics, chemistry, and and economics. That's simply doing mathematics, but applying. So therefore, there is nothing wrong in application, and we are combining physics and chemistry together, and we are combining bio and mechanical, biomechanics, okay, biomedical, and we are integrating things, and that's what I try to do it here. Basically, I integrated the understanding of cellular respiration and photosynthesis into pranayama. Yes, I'm copying, but I'm not just copying. I want to tell you one more thing. I did not copy everything. Let me tell you. When I was in BE first year, my teacher taught what is known as perspective image, perspective drawing, how to draw things in three-dimensional way. Then after doing after doing it for an hour or two, I found a different method. At that time, we didn't have any textbooks. We used to learn, even now that's what is happening, unfortunately. People don't buy any textbooks. And they simply listen and do learn in the class. That's why very inefficient. That is why I try to give the slides before you come, so that you don't have to buy the textbook. So I found a new method, and then I got excited. And then I told my friends, they are all doing whatever they did in half an hour, they are doing in about 10 minutes. Then I went to the teacher, putting up my collar and said, I found a new method. Can tell me what it is? I explained. That's what I'm going to do in the next week. That means that thing was already there in the book, but I was able to use my own mind and intuit it and get it. So did I copy? No. I had the joy of discovering something. I may not publish it as a paper, but somebody already published. So the thing is, quite a few things in Prahlada Vidya, I got out of my own intuitive mind, later found out the reference was there. Therefore, I don't give any reference here. Why should I give? because it originated in me originally. But at the same time, I say these were already there before, and I put them in a different fashion. So that explains they are right, I am right. The fact I copied everything is right. The only thing is, but the thing is, I tell you another personal experience. When I was taking after PhD, I wanted to. This may be what you call Swanta Dabba. I mean, uh, telling about myself. My wife was a doctor, and so I have to go wherever she goes. And she used to go and work in small villages because we are hospital in United States. So I can find a college there. Therefore, I wanted to get teacher training. I mean, take some educational courses and teach high school people. In the process, I attended some classes. One of them is evaluation, how to create an exam. For 1 week, I couldn't attend, so I borrowed somebody's notes and then finished the project. The man who gave me the notes got 96%. I got 120 out of 100. What did I do? I took whatever project he did, I studied it, improved it, and submitted. Did I not copy? Yes, I copied. So what you have to do is to creative copying. That guy got only 96, and I improved upon it. I got 120 out of 100. I got it. At one time, I got 116 out of 100. This is possible in the United States, but not in India, though. Okay, but I want India to come to that level of appreciation of something beyond what is required. Anyway, now coming to the chakra purification. So I do the first part, chakra purification. In chakra purification, I use only Havom and Harim. That means, so see, earlier I used a different mantra for different body part, 6 body parts. Now I'm using the same mantra, but increase the number of chakras from 6 to 9. Okay, they are not chakras, these are chakras. There are 9 chakras. Okay. And somebody said there are 7 chakras, and Anjana corrected him. No, there are 9, he said. Okay, that is why in Varalakshmi Puja, you put 9 knots, and and yogi stop at 7. See, initially there was Pancha, that is, Ganesha has 5, and then when you come to the one more level, it becomes Subramanya. Okay, Subramanya, 6 faces. Okay, his Stotra is also 6 stanzas. Then comes 7 hills, 7 stars, Yedukondal Vadu, okay, Venkateshwara and all that. And then what is higher is Astalakshmi. That is Lakshmi. You see, the Vishnu Tattva of classification of yoga stops at Jivatma. Then the Atma level is Atma. That is Lakshmi, Ashtalakshmi, Adilakshmi, Ashtalakshmis. Okay, and then you go one more level. Then you go to the Paramatma, cosmic consciousness. That is Lalita Devi. That's what it is. Okay, so there are 9 levels here. Okay, we are doing those 9 levels, and here you are going from earth. Okay, Mooladhara, but you are repeating the same. So earlier we have in the beginning in puja you have 5 okay mantras, and then in the previous one there are only mantra is different but less. Here we are using the repeating. That means when you are becoming subtler, you are making simpler, but we are working at a higher level. Okay, so that means at a lower level you need lots of varieties, but when you higher level it becomes unique and unique, because you are going like this. Okay, I just showed this. This one is for correspond to this. There is nothing else. And then you go up and then come down. Okay, you are coming down. Now you have done the abhisheka filling. Now, when once you have done the abhisheka, you are ornament or filling. You are filling with what? Now your body parts are clean and your chakras are clean, and some body's parts may coincide with chakra classification also. But that's a different subject altogether. You don't have to bother about it. This is good enough. So, you are filling it with soma. There are 3 types of amritas. One is Sudha, Soma, and Amrita. Basically, they are all same. There's subtle differences. So what you say is you breathe in with Somam, okay, and then keep silence. And in Kumbhakam, Sravaya, Sravaya, Swaha. That means you, now, in the previous one, Prana and Apana are meeting, and when Prana and Apana are meeting, they produce Vyana, and you have thrown out the Vyanas. So therefore, we are taking directly Amrita or Soma. Both are interchangeable. That means you are taking, so there is no waste product. You don't have to throw out anything. So and you don't have to bring down anything from down. You only get from up, okay, Amrita, and then you fill it up, okay, and then no. You first you cleaned it, and then you are filling it, okay, with somam, and then you are say Sravaya. That means it is getting distributed in that area basically like this, okay. Then you come down again. You should the same mantra, okay. Again, Somam, and then Sravaya, Sravaya, Swaha. See, you are using the same mantra for everything. In the previously also, you are saying the same mantra, Havom Hari. Here also, same set of mantras. Simpler. It's easy to. Sravaya, Sravaya, Swaha. Okay. Like this, you come down. That means you have individually cleaned and filled with Amrutam. Okay. Then finally, here it is. Then how do you get Antar Punarnava and Nitya Yavana Vijaya Dhyanam? So Nitya Yavana Vijaya Dhyanam literally transfers youth, eternal, and success. Because not only you want to be a youth, you want to be a success also. Okay? Or inter-rejuvenation. I said inter means inner, including the outer. So I took in from inner, and ter from outer. So international means the inside of every country is including the outer country. That is called international. International cooperation is possible only between independent countries. So there are three states of a country: dependence, independence, and interdependence. Okay. So ultimately we have to become only independent people can be interdependent. Means cooperation, basically. That's the meaning of the word, and I use that. Now, so in 6.1, I will feel and see. Willing, feeling. Feeling is due to motion, and seeing is, visualization during Kumbhaka, etc. So, Poraka, Somam, fills head and throat. Head and throat, that is up to here. Okay. When you chant the word Somam, I want you to understand this because this is new. Earlier, we used the word Amrutopastarnamasi, Amrutapidhanamasi. Now, instead of that, I am using simply Somam for that. Okay. So, this represents Rahu aspect of it. So, you are filling the Rahu with Somam. Okay. Refilling, you can say in a way. Okay. And this is Ketu. So, now, is silence the cement. Okay. It cements with this Sravaya, that rest of the body. Sravaya. So Sravaya is for this, another Sravaya is for this, and Swaha is for these two, you can say. Okay. Now, how to do it is, so mentally chant Soma, that is, imagine Soma has filled all the 5 chakras. And in Sri Chakra also, these 5 chakras are the Sri chakras, Sri. Okay. So in Sri Chakra, the way Hanuman taught me is, here is Brahma, here is Vinayaka, here is Rudra, and here is Mahavishnu or Narayana. Then here is Saraswati, and here is Mahalakshmi, and here is Parvati, here is Mahakali, and here is Lalita Devi. Okay. That means Saraswati is one, then Lakshmi is here, Dhana Lakshmi. Saraswati is in the Kantam, okay, here. And then this organization is like that. So you imagine, mentally chant Somam. Soma also means Sa Omam, just like Sa Amba, Samba. So it rhymes very well. Somam, you feel this, and then with silence you connect it to with this. You feel this, you bring this here and feel this all the other, and make it Sravaya, let it percolate. Then it becomes one whole body. That means Rahu and Ketu. What is the difference between what is this Rahu Ketu business? Rahu is a Danava, and his name is Swarbhanu. Okay, Swarbhanu. Okay, you can go into the meaning of it in a different way. So Danava, Nava, Manava means who is what enchanted. Manava means who is enchanted by the nature, physical nature. Whereas Danava is enchanted by his strength. So therefore, when Danava becomes wiser and wiser, they become friendly. Today, Manava and Danava are not friendly. So Kalyana Yuga happens only when Manavas and Danavas become friendly. That means China and India has to become friendly in a way. And that is not done by fighting. If any fight erupts, we are all finished. And all the great rishis are avoiding it and they don't know what to do. I produced Prahlada Vidya, where this concept of Brahma's curse removed is there. Many people don't know it. And I'm also talking about Rahu and Ketu are becoming one. This is a totally new concept. So therefore, in Kalyana Yuga, it is possible because the Rakshasa are known as Purve Devatas. So they are brothers of the same father. The mothers are different. The mothers are, one mother is, followed certain artery, the other mother did not follow. You know that story. Okay. But out of that, they have learned their mistakes and everybody is coming together and there is a chance. So this is not fighting. If you observe the Satyasai Charitra, when people burn his hut or something to take, expose him, he comes out and these people, there is a rain on that hut and the fire is put down without the help of other people. Then these people said, we did a mistake. Then they were thinking that he will punish them. He said very clearly, this is the statement. I want you to see the movie by Anjali Devi, tele movie, Shiddhi Sai Patti Sai. I must have watched it about 25 times. Okay. Recently also I watched. The thing is, that statement is, I am not here to punish anybody here. This avatar is to nourish. Therefore, even if you made a mistake, I will do something for your nourishment. And that brings about the transformation. And we would like to bring that kind of transformation. Yeah, all the other avatars are used different. One used his nails, another used his axe, another used an arrow, single arrow. And Krishna made Arjuna to use multiple arrows. Okay. And of course, Bahubali reproduces with Prabhas and his, lover at that time. Okay. So, Anushka. So all these things, now we came to the button level. This is the time where we have to develop a new consciousness, and you are the fortunate ones, and I'm not the fortunate one to get this knowledge. Okay. And develop this vidya so that you can resolve your personal problems between husband and wife, employer and employee, and using that paradigm like Rama used that paradigm. Imagine Sita and he did the yajna, and we can do that and resolve our issues and be reunited. He got reunited. Only thing is Sita wanted to go with her mother. That's her wish, and he did. She didn't have to do it, but she did it anyway. We can do better now. Okay. So therefore, in other words, a divorce need not end as divorce. They can be reunited, and it is possible with Prahlada Vidya. Understand that. Divorce doesn't mean necessarily you have to take a divorce, all those things. Okay. One gentleman said at a divorce thing, you need papers for a divorce, but you don't need papers to reunite. Isn't it a great statement? And so this is Srava Swaha. He can do this. But you say, okay, we are not aiming at Nichayavana. I'm already young. I'll think about it when you become old. So this is Nichayavana is very important for me. Probably I'm the oldest among you now, 78, trying to be younger. Not to marry somebody or something like that, to just feel the energy in me. Because when once you do the higher consciousness, there is no need for a woman, nor a need for a man. He becomes an Ardhanarishwara. Still, one can be, that is the known as Radha Krishna consciousness, which is misunderstood by many people here. Now here, here, now we don't want at that, but we want our daughter get married. Okay, then what you say is when you make an adjective to this. Okay, when you are breathing, my kalyana, if the girl is trying to do or man is doing my kalyana somam. Okay, so or somebody's name, Ram's kalyana somam or Lakshmi's kalyana somam, and then of course Sravaya Sravaya Swaha. It can manifest. It did happen. Okay. One gentleman said he wanted his wife to find her furniture, which she will never find for a long time. So he said, furniture, manifest and manifest. And she found the furniture, it seems. And there are other examples also. In my own personal thing, for the last 3 days, I had extreme cold and cough. And my daughter-in-law was afraid I must have got corona, and she was asking me, are you smelling, is there temperature, and are you tasting the food properly or not, and all those questions. I said yes, but whatever it is, all this time I was doing this raga nirodhaka somam. So my ragam is Daggu nirodhaka somam. You can use or cough nirodhaka somam or cough preventive somam. You can use any language or mix of languages. Okay, but make 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the Daggu or cough preventive somam. That the somam prevents cough. It's a particular purpose. So I did cough preventive somam and then Sravaya Swaha. And believe it or not, I did it for several hours, sitting and all that, and looking at the corner. Okay, that helped me a lot yesterday. So then Dhana Vardhani Somam, if you want to improve that. Or Udyoga Vardhani, you want a promotion, Udyoga Vardhani. Or you can say job promotion. You can use any language. Only thing is, ultimately, after some time, you don't have to do all these things. Simply breathe and feel that, make that feeling in you and bhava and see. Then it will manifest. That's what in the beginning. You don't have to keep on praying somebody. When you are made in the image of God, and do what God did. What God did. He learned in Puranas that Narayana did tapas for thousands and thousands of years to manifest their desires in the world. And we are their desires, basically. So we can do whatever we want, and don't think by praying that gods will be out of business. No, they will be our friends. They will act more like friends. And Devidas Garu, I appreciated him mainly because when he said, ultimately you should have friendship with God. And this gentleman did not read the so-called book by Conversations with God by one gentleman. Okay, he has several volumes, and the final volume is Friendship with God. And when there is friendship, you are free from physical needs. But you can have all these things also, do in a different way. I'll tell you the significance. When you look at the northeast top of your room, you are working at a higher level. But bottom is also there. But when you master that, the bottom doesn't bother. That's the meaning of it. Okay. So, but you have to master the bottom in order to go to the bottom. So you have to live. That is why Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said, have a couple of children. enjoy life, then go up. And in one book I read that a real Ayurvedic doctor leads a very fulfilled life, have a couple of children, and then operates only with prana. That's the meaning of Ayurveda. Though he may give a mulika, what works the mulika is the prana of the man who, that's why Devidas Garu is telling about, is a great knowledge. You have to understand it, the implications of it. So whatever you do, do it with great love. And that ends my presentation. Let me do the Mangalam and then we will go for questions. Okay. So now it is 8:52. So I finished my 90 minutes. Here, okay. Mantrahinam, kriyahinam, bhaktihinam maheswari, yat pujitam, yat sadhanam maya devi, paripurnam tadastate, aparadha shamagati namaskaran samarpayami. Then we have the Mangalam. Mangalam Mahapurushaya Mangalam. This is from Devi Pravachanam. There are quite a few of this. Mangalam Mahapurushaya Mangalam. Mangalam Mahaniya Gunatmane Mangalam. Then Mangalam Lalana Rupa Lalitaye Mangalam. This is extremely important. Men should learn a woman, worship her, even if she is a wife. More so if she is a wife. Any fool can worship her mother. Only intelligent people can worship their wives. And those who did not, well, they are exposed. Sampujakanam, Paripalakanam, Yatindriyanam, Jatapodananam, Desasya Rashtrasya Matasya Rajñam, Karot Santin Bhagavananantaha. Avom Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now, I didn't do any rehearsal for this, but we are now at 8:54 of India time. So which is 84 minutes. So I am open for some questions.
Anyone to ask the questions, please unmute and ask the question because you have been muted. Please unmute and ask the questions.
Dr. Malladi Garu, what we ascribe to Udana, if we expel Vyana as a poison, Samana.
Okay. Okay. Prana plus apana, that is mental oxygen plus mental glucose, gives rise to mental carbon dioxide, which I call it as Vyana. Yeah. And mental energy is called Udana. That is the energy that is coming out of the bond between carbon atom and water atom. Okay, carbohydrate. When it is broken, it releases energy, and then H2O is the samana. That is, so in the mental world, it rises up to mind. In the physical world, it is water. Samana is water. In the mental world, it is amrita at different levels. Mm-hmm. And that water manifests itself through endorphins and sudha, soma, amrita, different things. But basically, we have never understood that it is amrita. And the concept of inertia is what I simply did is what Newton did. I did it to a mental inertia. Mental inertia is your subconscious mind keeping all the mass of your thoughts within you. So Anjaneya told, get the mass out of you. But of course, there are a lot of yogis who say, all the good thoughts I keep, all the bad thoughts I got. That's not the question, good or bad. Thought is a mass. Okay? Then you get it out and fill this ultimately with Amrita, which has no, what you call mass. Amrita has no mass. So it's a very, very deeper concept, but if you instill in your mind and do it pranayama, which is very easy because you don't have to, you are always breathing. Only thing is, see, today, it's a very good question because we are depending on fossil fluids. And so whenever you use carbohydrate as a fuel, then definitely carbon dioxide is there. And we are going to electrical vehicles in nature. We have to make our body into an electrical vehicle. Therefore, in it means you live without karma. That's what Vasishtha did. That's what you call Vishwamitra also did. I'll tell you a small story. It is told. See, when Vishwamitra assumed, when Vasishtha accepted Vishwamitra that he is also a Brahmarshi, then he was living on one place, and Vasishtha is living at a neighborhood, but these two places were separated by a creek, small creek. And since Vishwamitra at that time was single, see, Manaka went away. She didn't come back. So he was single. And then and Shakuntala was having her own, after her difficulties, she was there. So he was single. So Arundhati was taking food to him every day, lunch. Okay. Eka Bhuktam. He's a yogi. He used to eat only once. So he used to take during the afternoon. One day she was bringing the food. This creek was flooded. And then she went to Vasishtha and told, can you tell me a trick how to cross that? And Vasishtha said, if Vasishtha is not doing the samsara, you know what I mean by that, okay? If Vasishtha is not doing samsara with his wife, let it give way. And Arundhati wondered, he is doing samsara from her point of view. And this guy says, no, okay, let him, let me do it. So she attacks the one and it goes way. Okay, good. She gave food to Vishwamitra, and Vishwamitra eats everything, and it's very nice, very tasty, and all that stuff. And then she comes back with the empty carrier, and again the creek is full of water again. And so she went back to Vishwamitra and asked, go and tell the creek Vishwamitra did not eat, give way, and it gives way. What it means, what we are trying to do in Prahlada Vidya is exactly the same. To remove the impressions of your actions from your mind into the cosmos. This is done by Harim. Nobody talked about it. Only it is talked indirectly in the what you call Devi Pravatanas. I took it. Once I do, and when I added Ha to this, see, Hari means rejecting. Even in colloquial language, oh, Hari means gone, something like that. So, but I don't say it is gone, it is offering. So when you offer all your impressions, this is what you do, Vasana. Vasana means in Agarbatti, there you do puja, okay? You offer gandham for earth and flowers for sky, akasha. And then next you do, this is the most agarbatti, that is vasana. This vasana is vyana. So now there is another secret. Vyana is because of the, what you call, Vayu element, combined with Vayu element, like elements. And if two people get married with the same blood group, their children are poisonous. That is, there will be some kind of difficulty. Okay. So Vyana seen in a different way is also like that. Every other combination is different. Only Vyana and Vyana is poisonous here. Okay, that's a unique combination. So that I call it as poison, Vyana. That is the first one that comes in Kshira Sagar Madhanam. So all these Puranas are to be understood in a meditative mood and take it. And then they will explain quite a few things. For this, you don't have to read lots of books, my dear friends. See how much today with this, we are bombarded with so many bhashyas, so many books, so many things. Not necessary. You do some kind of sadhana and things get revealed. Everything is revealed to me, not somebody is talking to me in my ears. I don't have Karna Yakshini Vidya. I don't have any siddhis. Please understand me. But I intuitively get something and then I'm expressing it and I'm testing it. It's working out all right. So, Prahlada Vidya, these are simple things, and you have covered quite a few things in this. So many devatas, so many things, the archetypes basically, and you can use it anyway. So, this Vyana is the poison or carbon dioxide mental poison, and this is exerted at 6 levels, okay, or five levels you can say, or 6 levels you can say, and 7th level is the physical one. That way you add up to 7. And then chakra level you have 9 basically. Then Udana is Udana, that is the energy element. Then Samana is the water element, mental water. Mental water is Amrita. Mental carbon dioxide is your karma, NLP and all that stuff, you know. And you don't need somebody to listen to all what you say. By doing practice, it will keep a lot of NLP practice out of business. But they will find something else. Okay, don't think that if they are out of business, they will be on the streets. When computer came, many people thought a lot of accountants who are doing hand calculation, they thought they are losing their jobs. No, it gave. In a similar way, a lot of new things are going to happen. Okay, but you find something else to replace. So in the body, prana and apana give rise to Vyana, Udana, Samana. And in the cosmos, the reverse thing happens, okay, in the Sunyaka. The 3, only Vyana is going out, okay. So it is taking Samana from the earth, okay, as water, and it is taking Udana from the sun, that is photosynthesis. So this is happening. So when we understand this Tirodhana, the last, many people talk about Srushti Sthiti Laya, Brahma Vishnu Maheshwara. No, there is a third one. That's where the Lalita Devi comes. So we put her principle, the 4th principle, Tirodhana, back into the, most of the systems will say you are born with a particular prana and if you use it carefully, you live long, otherwise you die early. And they give the example of a dog and a tortoise and we are in between. What I am saying is, if you invoke the third one, and if you stop telling lies, okay, and curse is removed, but you can still carry the curse, imagining the curse is still there. So if you become a Satyavan, Satyameva Jayate, what does Jayate? It will win the mortality, immortal. You become, if you practice Satya, India will be the nation of an immortal nation. It will flourish in Bharata. It will flourish as Bharata, that which is Rat means enjoyment. Bha means shining, that sunshine, okay? Or Surya Jnana. It will sunshine. We have to become Bharat by practicing Satyameva Jayate. That is why in the new Ananta Gayatri, it is the Satya, that Savitu Paran Rupam Jyotihi Enna Satyena Varthayet. And Ananto Sri Vijayate. Let the Satya shine in infinite ways, Ananta ways. Vijayate, be successful. And in our sadhana, we are entering the Yes temple, youth, eternal, and success, YES. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, please ask.
Sir, can we chant this Ananta Gayatri without Upanayam? And
Excuse me?
sir, can we chant this Gayatri mantra without Upanayam, sir?
Sure.
Okay, sir.
There are no restrictions. You can do Prahlada Vidya even when women are in periods. In fact, it is more effective then. And it has been tested. That's how I came to know in the beginning. Okay. You breathe all the time, sir. Do you stop breathing if you are not Upanayana?
No, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
I intend to teach it to forget about Upanayanam. You teach Prahlada Vidya to 3-year-olds. Because it is baby breathing. Only thing is you impress certain positive ideas, basically, using the power of Sanskrit language. There are a lot of people without Upanayanam who became Swamijis. Weren't they?
Yes, sir.
There are a lot of people. In fact, my guru, after he became Bhagavan, he removed his danjam. If you see his picture, you don't find his danjam.
Okay.
He is a full-blooded Brahmin, Vaidiki Brahmin. So these are all. When it doesn't, that doesn't mean I still wear the danjam. It's okay. Doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Okay, these are all intermediate systems. So it has nothing to do with caste, gender, and or if you are one is in between, also you can do it. Okay, I can tell that.
Okay, sir. Sir, you said about the sitting positions and northeast, and what is the southwest, sir? Can you please?
No. If you want to make use of the marmasthana, okay. Marmasthana in your house, there are 8 marmas. One of them is the northeast top. Okay, it relates to consciousness because it depends the Ishvara and water principle. Okay, if you want to raise your consciousness, I did it yesterday itself. I got the intuition. Then I started doing, and I have the experience of Sudha Sarabhivarshini, as if the Sudha is flowing into my head. And you do it at some time. There are a lot of people who are doing it. And I want to tell you one experience of one gentleman, one Vijay Raju. He was talking to me. He has a peculiar he right from the he is born a Kshatriya Raju, and when he was his peculiarity is or uniqueness is he worships the Grama Devata and calls her as the Amavaru, and she talks to him and he guides him. And he behaves like a child. Sometimes he doesn't listen to his mother also. And telling that, then why don't you tell everything? She said, we are not here to tell everything. People have to discover them as a human being. That is why a jnana that is coming from parampara doesn't change a whole lot, but science changes every time. And that principle of changing the spiritual science was originated by, these are the brave people, Vidyaranya, okay, Master C.V. And and then Aravindo, my guru, they all believed that something that has to progress in science also. So what you are getting is not parampara. You are getting scientific knowledge. You see my point? But at the same time, you find the roots of this in Krita Yuga, Treta Yuga, and Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga, and Kalyana Yuga. Because it is in the context of Kalyana Yuga, this Devi Pravatanas are done. And so therefore, I am not quoting any slokas except the one in Bhagavad Gita, Apane Zufati Pranam, Prane Pane. Then what about all the 700? My dear friends, you get the knowledge of all the 700 if you practice pranayama. Not that I don't want you to look at them. Look at them. Okay. Do Lalita Sahasranam and all those things. But the thing is, spend more time on sadhana. Then you get fine. And then you don't have to need so many things. You don't have to, if you spend the time of listening to all these things, you can. I prefer you. I discourage lectures and listening to songs also. You sing your own song. Understand that? Whatever it is, sing your own song. That's much more powerful. Of course, when you cannot sing, you can always listen to music. But the thing is, you concentrate on your own breath, and that's enough. Okay, as in Prahlada Vidya.
Sir, in this all slides, we have to practice this all steps every day, or how we can proceed? I'm
Okay. I said do the 108 pranayamas in 27 minutes. Okay. Then afterwards you choose something Kamakshi for some time. Then Meenakshi for some time, another half an hour. Like that you grow. Or you can do the last one, to particular desire. That means that for that particular day you cleansed your body and adjust to all the levels. And then suppose if you are unmarried, you can say, I want a good girl to get married. Okay, you can say, my kalyanam somam, sraya saha, something like that. Or ujjogam. So make up your own thing and do it, manifest it yourself. It will manifest. It did manifest for me.
Sir, that's Shunyakam, sir. Can we we can do more time Shunyakam? The ratio can we increase?
I advise not. If it happens by itself, that's okay. Because I said it's a no obligation thing. Okay. I am not responsible if you mess up with Kumbhaka.
Shunyakam, sir. Shunyakam.
Shunyakam also, that's also a kind of Bahi Kumbhaka is called Shunyakam. Anything you keep more, if it does not have happen, if it does not happen by itself, it might become dangerous. So why should you? My question is, why should you keep? See, what is important is your thought should become steady, not the breath. You can have access to the thought itself. When the thought is steady, you can be still breathing and doing it. It's a very new concept I'm introducing here. See, if you hold the breath, see, look at a man who holds the breath. He doesn't do anything. Will he do? Tell me. So this is dynamic peace, not static peace. You practice it. So you can practice Prahlada Vidya while walking. Can you hold the breath for a long time while walking? No. You develop carbon monoxide and you think you are somewhere else. This does not mean I am against the genuine experience of a true yogi who can hold the breath for a long time, Jalastambana and all these things. I'm not going into that. Even the people who did Jalastambana, he couldn't do anything. He was beheaded, that Reddy. What did he? He was not intelligent enough. He did Jalastambana, but he didn't know that somebody is leaking the secrets from his own people. You see that? It's Samara Narasimha Reddy, if you read the story. So therefore, become intelligent and use, you don't have to use Kumbhaka more than half the time of Rechika, like that. That's my personal opinion. Because when I say you can do it without the Guru, I have a responsibility to see that what I project is scientifically safe. And beyond that, every book I read, you should learn under the prevalence of a guru. A lot of people did not, they talked to me after practicing what I taught and then say it is working. So this is not my patent. I don't take a copyright, not patent. This is what it is, practice and see it. If you can improve it, I am the first man to do that. And in fact, a lot of improvements were done in what you call in conversations with your mentor Sri Sairam Garu. He did lots of contributions to that.
నమస్తే అండి.
నమస్కారం అమ్మా.
నేను శైలజ, యోగా టీచర్ని. అర్పిత అని పిలుస్తారు నన్ను.
నమస్కారం, చెప్పండి.
అయితే నేను మీరు ప్రహ్లాద విద్య మేము ఆల్రెడీ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తున్నాము. చాలా బెనిఫిట్స్ మా స్టూడెంట్స్ అందరం కూడా పొందుతున్నాము. అయితే ఏంటంటే మీరు చెప్పినట్లుగా అమృతం పోసి సీల్ చేయడం, చక్రాస్ క్లీన్ చేసుకోవడం, తర్వాత అమృతం పోసి సీల్ చేసుకోవడం, ఈ ప్రొసీజర్ ని ఒక్కసారి మాకు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయగలుగుతారా?
ఓకే. ఇప్పుడు పూజ అయిపోయిందమ్మా. పూజలో ఏంటంటే ప్రాణాన్ని అపానాన్ని తీసుకురావడం, ప్రాణ అపానాన్ని తీసుకురావడం, అది అయిపోయింది.
One second, sir. Can you explain in English, because there are many people?
Yeah, sure. I'll speak it slowly.
Yeah.
See, in
no
puja, you are taking prana to apana and apana to prana. That is, you are creating a movement of prana to apana and apana to prana. Okay, this is done in puja. Then in yajna, you are making them to meet with simultaneously, like the hero and heroine meets in the middle of the screen at the end of the story. Okay, after all the misunderstanding, they come together. That is called yajna. Okay. Now we are done with that, and in prana and apana, in puja and prana, what you call this yajna, this is done at different levels. Okay. In the third one, that is called abhishekam, there are two parts. One is the cleaning. You clean all the chakras. Here, earlier you did the body parts. Now you are doing chakras, 9 chakras I described, and you can go through them. Then, after the purification is done, each chakra is filled with amrita, and there are two stages. Yeah, it is. చెప్పండి.
ఏంటంటే క్లీనింగ్ చేసుకుని, అంటే మీరు నాకు చెప్పడము కింద నుంచి చక్రాస్ అన్ని క్లీన్ చేసుకుని పైకి వెళ్ళాలి, తర్వాత పై నుంచి కిందకి వచ్చేటప్పుడు అమృతాన్ని నింపుకోవాలని చెప్పారు మీరు. దీన్నే మేము యోగ నిద్రలో ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తున్నాము. సో ఎలా చేస్తున్నామంటే, ముందు క్లీన్ చేసుకుని ఒక్కొక్క చక్రాన్ని ప్రహ్లాద విద్య లాగా ప్లాంట్స్ కి నెగిటివ్ ని బయటికి పంపించేసి ప్లాంట్స్ నుంచి ఎనర్జీని తీసుకుని క్లీన్ చేసుకున్నట్టు, అంటే దాన్ని ఏమంటారు, ప్లేస్ లో రీప్లేస్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం అన్నమాట. డెడ్ ఎనర్జీని బయటికి పంపించేసి లైవ్ ఎనర్జీని మేము రీప్లేస్ చేసుకుంటున్నాము. అలా పై వరకు వెళ్ళాక యూనివర్సల్ ఎనర్జీని అమృతం తోటి లోపలికి తీసుకుని సహస్ర చక్రంలో వేసి దాన్ని లాక్ చేసాం. ఆ ప్రొసీజర్ లో మేము చేస్తున్నాం. ఎందుకంటే క్లియర్ గా మాకు అర్థం కాక ఈ విధంగా చేస్తున్నాం. ఈజ్ ఇట్ రైట్ ఆర్ నాట్?
All that is correct. Only thing is, I will make in Prahlada Vidya we don't talk about positive and negative.
Yeah. Okay.
We talk about Vyana, which is subconscious impressions. Okay. That's the correction I want to make. And now you are taking matter, not energy. Only even Amrita is also a matter. Okay. You are taking in and you are filling in. You can call it as energy if you want to, because energy and matter are basically interchangeable. But when you are in the breathing process, okay, many people think I am taking cosmic energy. Okay.
Yeah.
You are taking, what I would like to say is, I use the word Amrita rather than energy, etc. I simply use the word Soma. What is Soma? Soma Rasam. It's not energy. You use the word Soma Rasam, isn't it? Sudha Rasam. Sudha Sarabi Varshini. It's a fluid. It's not energy. Energy and fluid. See, people are using that word Shakti in a different way, and I cannot correct it everybody at this time. Okay? It is Amrutam, or you are filling the Amrutam. When you say Sravaya Sravaya Swaha, you are feeling that you filled it with inhalation, and with exhalation, instead of throwing anything out, you are filling that area. Sravaya Sravaya Swaha. That is, you are doing each chakra. That's very good. Okay. You went up and you are filling down. Okay. Don't get the idea of gravity and all these things. Okay. The Somarasa is free from gravity. It can stay there, like in the space. Okay. So you clean it. You have cleaned the chakra. You fill it and distribute it around the chakra. You came all the way 9. This is done in the what you call Abhishekam part of it. Then the sixth one is about rejuvenation. In rejuvenation, you are uniting Rahu and Ketu. They already took Amrutam, basically. So with Somam, you bring all the 5 chakras, okay, with Somam, and then you practice some amount of silence, which is a cement, and then Sravaya Sravaya Swaha. That is, you percolate it in the other 4 chakras, and it becomes one full Swabhanu. That means who shines. Swarbhanu. Swarbhanu means, Bhanu means who shines. Swar means with his own effort, basically. That is, you become immortal by your own effort. And this is what Prahlada Vidya is. Don't think somebody will grant you to divine bodies. It will never happen. You have to create your own divine body. You may you may get some boons fulfilled, because the thing is, all the Rakshasas wanted immortality as a boon, and they could not give it. And even this Amrita Charnang is done by effort. By whom? Both the guys, Danavas and Manava, Devas, basically. And for some reason, Vishnu played a trick, and they didn't want to give the Amrita because they were not ready. Not that he was unfair, they were not ready. So he gave them what they deserved that way. And now is the time, many people are deserving it. So Manava can become, and it is done by the effort of Bharadwaja, and even there, see, Satya Sai Baba came as Shakti, Shiva and Shakti in one body. He did some tremendous work. That work many people don't know. And Bhagavan Ananta and Paramakalyan came in two bodies. They did tremendous work. So did Aravindo and the Sri Mata, the French lady. And so did Master Sivi and Venkamagaru. I don't know about Vidyaranya, whether he has a Shakti or not, but I don't know about him. But these are the things, these are the people I know. But now what I am doing, I don't have a Shakti, but I don't need a Shakti for that. Because in pranayama, I can create that in my own body, and so do everybody else. This is my model. Because in pranayama, you don't need a Shakti. It is there, it is inbuilt. And which has been neglected so far, we are bringing out in this particular Abhisheka, as well as the fifth one, that Dhyana, Punarnava Dhyana. Keep doing it, and watch me after 5 years. If I don't grow any hair, I didn't do a good job. Not that the theory is wrong.
So basically, everyone wanted to have the experience of this practice.
What is that? What experience of? Yes.
Practice.
Yeah. So they wanted to experience, like, can we take a couple of minutes just to run through this so that, they get the experience of it. That's what they were.
Okay. But you have to stay for longer. That's all. Okay. You don't mind. Okay. Those who want to take excuse, you can do it. I will run through 108. By saying it, you will do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be better, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do it. So basically, when I say, okay, something, you know what I'm saying here. So suppose let us start with number 33. So, okay, here, okay. When you say Havom, you are taking 2 tumblers, imagine, and then pouring it. When I say Harim, it is dropping down, that's all. Okay, I'm going with milk. Havom, Harim, honey. Havom, Harim, coconut water. Havom, Harim, turmeric water. Havom, Harim, kumkum. Havom, Harim, warm. Havom, Harim, well. Havom, Harim, lake. Havom, Harim, river. Havom, Harim. Rain. Haom. Harim. So we took snana. And then we are entering the temple. We are outside the temple. Havom Aim Hari Haim Hum. Havom Aim 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 Haim Yum. So this you can practice while actually walking, you know. That means you are breathing in 3 steps and hold it for 1 step. Okay. It's just like left, right, left, left, right, left. This can be used like a march. Havom Aim Haim Hum. Okay, with some practice, only by practice you can do it, and I hope you can do that more and more. So now this is done. So this is okay. Now all this, okay, basically we are going to Kama Sadhana. So, okay, basically you are going from chest to stomach. Okay. Havom Ananto Vijayate Harim Jaya Jaya Anjaneya Jaya Jaya Kamakshi Havom Ananto Vijayate Harim Jaya Jaya Anjaneya Jaya Jaya Kamakshi. Next. From medulla to perineum through Ida and Pingala, that is through the spine. Havom Ananto Vijayate Harim Jaya Jaya Anjaneya Jaya Jaya Meenakshi. Havom Ananto Vijayate Harim Jaya Jaya Anjaneya Jaya Jaya Meenakshi. Okay. Even chanting this is activating my spine. That's my personal experience. You should get even better because you are actually doing it. Now we reverse, okay? That is, we are going up from perineum. This is through Sushumna. Havom Ananto Vijayate Harim Jaya Jaya Anjaneya Jaya Jaya Visalakshi. Havom Ananto Vijayate Harim Jaya Jaya Anjaneya Jaya Jaya Visalakshi. Here, the best imagination, this is the most important one, okay? Imagine that everything is going out of your ears, okay? That's a good visualization. When you say Harim, it is going out through this ear, that is Sumbha and Nishumba are, you know, just vanquished, something like that, are disappearing. They go into smoke, okay? Next, again now we are going through Jyotirlinga. This is very important. Okay. Om Ananto Vijayate Harim Jai Jaya Anjaneya Jai Jaya Annapurne Om Ananto Vijayate Harim Jai Jaya Anjaneya Jai Jaya Annapurne. Next, Mahakali. Om Ananto Vijayate Harim Jai Jaya Anjaneya Jai Jaya Mahakali. Om Ananto Vijayate Harim Jai Jaya Anjaneya Jai Jaya Mahakali. Next, here we reverse the timing here because Kumbhaka is slightly longer. Okay, then I will do it. Om Tatsavitu Paran Rupam Jyotis Satyasya Demihi Enna Satyena Vartayet Ananto Sri Vijayate Harim Jai Jai Anjaneya Jai Jai Mahakali. Om Tatsavitu Param Rupam Jyotis Satyasya Dhemehi Yanna Satyena Vartayet Ananto Sri Vijayate Harim Jai Jai Anjaneya Jai Jai Mahakali. No, I'm sorry. No, this is, I went to the other one. Okay, let me see. This is what? This is Paramakalyan. Mahakali is over, I think. Okay. If I made any mistake, that's all. Now, this one. Om Tatsavito Param Ropan Jyoti Satya Sudhimhi Anna Satyena Varthayet Ananto Sri Vijayate Harim Jai Jai Anjaneya Jai Jai Paramakalyan. Om Tatsavitu Param Ropan Jyoti Satya Siddhimi Yanna Satyena Varthayet Ananto Sri Vijayate Harim Jai Jai Anjaneya Jai Jai Paramakalyan. Now, I want you to understand, even if you mess up, nothing happens. Okay, understand that. Even if you, instead of saying Paramakalyan, you said Mahakali, nothing happens. You still get the result. Only thing is, next time you correct it yourself, just as I have corrected. Okay, you should know how to make a mistake or how you can make a mistake and how to correct it. These two are important. There is no problem here. There is no question of, see, many times when you say Kamakshi, you say still Meenakshi instead of saying Meenakshi Kamakshi. It doesn't matter. Next time you will correct it. Okay, so no problem with that. So understand it, you are moving from one place to another inside the body. That's the most important. When this is done, we become free from it. Next, we go to the Yajna Sadhana. Okay, this is much easier. Okay, but you see that. See, two are simultaneously coming. Okay, this you made the sankalpa, you don't have to bother about it. If you can visualize it, that's okay. If it doesn't visualize it, doesn't matter. Only thing is put your mind here, where in the stomach. Okay, I said, Aingam Sreem Sreem Gam Aim Aim Gam Sreem Sreem Gam Aim. Done. Next, Subramanya at the perineum. Aim Sam Sreem Sreem Sam Aim Aim Sam Sreem Sreem Sam Aim. Note, I am doing Aim Sam Sreem faster and I am doing Sreem Sam slower. to get that ratio, that's all. You don't have to be exact. Do according to your comfort. That's the name. And you get it, okay? So now, next, you are here, okay? This is a very powerful one, okay? You put your consciousness in the middle of your Agnya Chakra, Antaryagnya, at mid brain, okay? See mid brain here. Aim Klim Sauh. Sauh Klim Aim. Aim Klim Sauh. Sauh Klim Aim. Done. Now here, Jivatma. Aim Hrim Srim. Srim Hrim Aim. Aim Hrim Srim. Srim Hrim Aim. See, if you do it steadily, you don't forget anything. Okay. Next. No, I this one. Aim Krim Srim. Srim Krim Aim. Aim Krim Srim. Srim Krim Aim. That's it. Okay. Now, here. See. Now you are at the topmost. Okay. Aim, Im, Aum. Aum, Im, Aim. Aim, Im, Aum. Aum, Im, Aim. What I suggest is you make a recording of this and then just follow. Don't borrow somebody else's recording. I don't suggest it. Make your own recording, no matter how sweet it is. Okay? You don't have to imitate S.P. Balasubramanian for this. Be yourself. Next, we did 4 times, okay? Because 2 times up and so down. Aim, Im, Aum. Aum, Im, Aim. Aim, Im, Aum. Aum, Im, Aim. Okay. Now, next is we are coming down. We have done 4 on the top, then 2, 2, 2. Aim, Krim, Srim. No. Srim, Krim, Aim. Aim, Krim, Srim. Srim, Krim, Aim. Aim, Hrim, Srim. Srim, Hrim, Aim. Aim, Hrim, Srim. Srim, Hrim, Aim. Aim, Klim, Sauh. Sauh, Klim, Aim. Aim, Klim, Sauh. Sauh, Klim, Aim. Aim, Sam, Srim. Srim, Sam, Aim. Aim, Sam, Srim. Srim, Sam, Aim. Aim, Gam, Srim. Srim, Gam, Aim. Aim, Gam, Srim. Srim, Gam, Aim. One gentleman reported me yesterday, while he was doing it, he came up to Subramanya, and then Subramanya appeared before him like a statue. He's not talking. He got that experience, and he won't allow him to go further. Then I told him, I gave him a mantra of Subramanya. Srim, Aim Hrim Srim Sam Subramanyaya Namaha. Vairithariyan Chalai Chalai Swaha. That is to remove the obstacle. Okay. Then we have to see what his experience is. What I'm saying is, when you are not aware, you are going all the way like this. When you become aware, when at some point a particular devata comes and give me more attention. So all he has to do is to do this for a good length of time and then overcome that. And there are mantras also later on. If somebody gets into the situation, I can guide them. But this is enough. So in the first pass itself, don't expect you are realizing it, but you are going towards it. You are addressing them. Okay. So this is a very interesting experience he narrated to me. This is the gentleman to whom Amar talks quite often. And he was telling that when he was watching a lot of videos, he got Amar told you are going to meet somebody, and then from there you will proceed your sadhana. Then he did it. He was happy with Prahlada Vidya, and he was doing it. And then he watched another pranayama, what you call, episode. Then he did it. Then he explained to me the connection between, he used to feel that Jyotirlingam within himself. And when he did the other sadhana, pranayama, that link got cut. Then he realized that Prahlada Vidya is the right Vidya for him. Not the other Vidya is wrong. Don't get me wrong. When you are at a higher level, the lower level one is not necessary. That's the proof I got. Okay. Now, and there were instances, one lady from United States clearly told me when she was practicing too, she asked her to practice from Visalakshi upwards. She doesn't have to do Kamakshi or Meenakshi for a long time. And when she was trying to do the other method, she said, don't follow that. Even that was also given. And Kriya Yogis, those who are doing for 20 years, they also, to one lady in India, Mahavatar Babaji appeared. He said, Prahlada Vidya is the new Kriya, follow that. That does not mean all the other Kriya Yogis has to follow my method. As and when they are ready, they will come to this. That is all I am telling. And why did not Mahavatar Babaji himself reveal Prahlada Vidya? Well, in a way, he is doing it indirectly. But when you follow parampara, you don't change anything. Because people who follow parampara, they are not scientists. They are simply mechanics. They follow a particular method, they keep on repeating that method. Of course, they get siddhis and all that. But a scientist is different. Scientist does a lot of literature search. When you want to do PhD, you should do literature search and work upon them and then transcend that and find something new. And Prahlada Vidya is done that way. I can say that. Because I am a scientist, I am a PhD, and I did exactly the same at a higher level in Prahlada Vidya as I did when I did my PhD, when I worked for NASA, when I worked for my engineering mechanics book, superseding 13 steps into 2 steps. I did it. People are not accepting it yet, but there will be a time because they won't accept a new textbook with new method as easily as changing the iPhone from an ordinary phone. Because the other one, they have to use their mind. Here, they don't have to use it. That's the difference. But unless you use your mind, you don't enter into the Kalyana consciousness. Therefore, that is why you have to do all these 108 pranayamas, because you have to do lots of interconnections in the body. And then you can jump into that paradigm, what you call switch. Okay, we have done that. Now we are going to do this Abhisheka, which the yoga teacher is talking about. So we'll do now see how things are getting simpler here. So I'm going from earth, that is first, we are going to chakras, not body parts anymore. So chakra, so I'll put the symbol here, okay. then I will simply say Om Harim twice each. We are cleaning it now, okay? Purification. That means, see, you are putting your consciousness here, basically, that's all, okay? You are putting your mind here, and as you breathe in, you say Om, as you breathe out, say Harim, that's all. Just like English was argument. Om Harim. Om Harim. Next, water. Om Harim. Om Harim. Next, Manipura. Om Harim. Om Harim. Next, Anahata. Om Harim. Om Harim. Vishuddha. Om Harim. Om Harim. Next. Om Harim. Om Harim. Next. Jivatma. How Sahasrara. Same as Jivatma. Om Harim. Om Harim. Next, Atma. Kalyani. Om Harim. Om Harim. Om Harim. Om Harim. So we have purified everything from bottom to top. Now, now we are feeling it. Here there is no question of gravity, it is Amrita, okay? So we are filling the spaces in the chakras, basically, okay? So with a very subtle fluid called Amrita or Somarasa, both are same, okay? So what I'm saying is, as I am breathing in, I say Somam, it filled, and then it's Sravaya means it is expanding in that area, basically. Like that, imagine that, whichever way you want. Somam Sravaya Sravaya Swaha. Somam Sravaya Sravaya Swaha. Below. Somam Sravaya Sravaya Swaha. Somam Sravaya Sravaya Swaha. Next. Somam Sravaya Sravaya Swaha. Somam Sravaya Sravaya Swaha. Next. Somam Sravaya Sravaya Swaha. Somam Sravaya Sravaya Swaha. Next, down. Somam Sravaya Sravaya Swaha. Somam Sravaya, Sravaya, Swaha. Somam, 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 Sravaya, Sravaya, Swaha. Now, in doing so here, I put my arrow in all the chakras. But if you prefer, you can put the arrow here, Paramatma. So whichever way you like. You know, Paramatma means at the top. Okay, Atma means next to that. Jivatma means your Sahasraram. Then Manas means Agnya. Okay, this is basically most of us should work on Manas. Okay, because this Mano Chakra is the main thing. Okay, because it connects up and down. See, this Mano Chakra connects Jivatma, Atma, etc. And Akash Atma is the combination of all the four types of minds. Okay, Manas, Jivatma, Atma, etc. And there are four here. So I showed this in blue. There are four chakras up and four chakras down. This becomes the junction box, Akasha. Now the final one, okay. Now, here I am not using any application, any desire manifestation. I am simply doing Som. This is the most general. Then we will come to the desire manifestation. Okay. Now, so when you say Somam, imagine it is coming up to your neck. This is Rahu with head and neck. And this is the tail, Ketu. Okay. See that all the way down, you can say. Okay. Now, so you are joining them. Imagine that you are joining Rahu and Ketu within you. Because they are the ones who create havoc in your life. Okay. You put them together, they won't create any happy because they are happy with each other. They won't bother you. Somam Sravaya, Sravaya, Swaha. So now imagine something is sweeping down, okay, when you say up to here, line. Then when you say Sravaya, it sweeps down your chest, okay. Then next Sravaya, it sweeps down your stomach. Then Swaha, your below the stomach, Swadhisthana and Mooladhara, all the way up to legs, okay. So it comes ding, 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 like that, okay. Imagine, okay. There are one big step, Somam, all the way like this. Okay. Then ding, 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 like that, okay. Swaha, like that, all the way up to this one. Okay. Now let us do 4 cycles, okay, to make up to 108, okay. Somam Sravaya, Sravaya, Swaha. Somam Sravaya, Sravaya, Swaha. Somam Sravaya, Sravaya, Swaha. Somam Sravaya, Sravaya, Swaha. Now, with this, we finished 108 cycles. This is the must. You have to do it. 27. After that, you can choose a particular one. Suppose you have kamas. Okay, you can do kamakshi sadhana for half an hour. Then, suppose you want to use nectar directly to do that. In fact, this is what I did. 3 days back, I was having heavy cough and cold. Okay. And all I did was, of course, I was taking some amount of kashayam, but more than that, I asked them not to disturb me. So I did this. So, Roga Nivarana Somam. This Somam is of a particular type, which is Roga Nivaranam. And what is my Rogam? My Rogam is cough, Daggu. Okay. Okay. So since I am familiar with Daggu, Telugu word, but you can use cough also. Okay. I use 3 words. Daggu Nivarana Somam. Okay. So as I am breathing mentally, I am saying Daggu Nivarana Somam. So what I did? Daggu Nivarana Somam Sravaya Sravaya Swaha. Daggu Nivarana Somam Sravaya Sravaya Swaha. Daggu Nivarana Somam Sravaya Sravaya Swaha. This I did for hours and hours. I did it sitting, okay, looking at the northeast corner on the top, and I did lying, still looking at it because my bed was positioned like that, okay. And I instructed my daughter-in-law, don't get scared, okay, by looking like that. Something has happened to her father-in-law, okay. Okay, I told that, they understood me. So they didn't bother me, except for, lunch and things like that. So I kept doing it for hours and hours. Whenever some phone call comes, okay, I was running it in the behind. I was breathing. Only thing is I was not saying it, but let it continue. And I talked to lots of people and did it. And did I cough a lot? I was coughing a lot yesterday also. Then all of it is gone today. And this gentleman told the same experience about 2 weeks back. He has overcome with a lot of kapham, when you cough. And then when he did it for about some time, he is lucky to get rid of it much faster than I did. And he got cleared. So some chakras, kapham comes out and clears it. Don't get scared. But use the medicine. Okay, Anjanaya says if you have fever, take a medicine. If you have a cough, take a medicine or kashayam. Don't neglect it. Don't think this will do. But this will give the required transformation. And it did it for me. Okay. Now somebody wants a job. Okay. New job, somam, sravaya swaha. New job, somam, sravaya swaha. Don't go for a new wife unless you are divorced. Okay. But you can say that too. There is nothing wrong. Okay. Okay. Mama kalyana somam, sravaya swaha. Suppose you are working for suppose your daughter's name is Lakshmi. Lakshmi kalyana somam, sravaya swaha. Suppose your son's name is Ram. Okay. Rama kalyana somam, sravaya swaha. This way you generate a flux. And there are 3 there. Okay. The first one is faster, this other one is slower. Sravaya swaha, like that. So dhana, you want dhana dhara. Okay, dhana vardhini you can say, suppose just like kanaka dhara. Okay, dhana dhara somam sravaya swaha. Dhana dhara somam sravaya swaha. Do it. Okay. Suppose you Ujjoga Vardhani, suppose you want a promotion. Ujjoga Vardhani Somam Sravaya Swaha Ujjoga. These may ridiculous, but the ridiculous things work better than other things. See, the trick in memory is you have to remember something in a ridiculous way so that it catches your attention. These are all memory techniques. So therefore, it may look funny for others. And you don't have to use real grammar. Once my Guru Bhagavan Ananta, to demonstrate it, he created a very powerful mantra to get back life into somebody who is bitten by a scorpion and not a snake. And within 36 years, he can bring back, and they still do it in the ashram. Okay, those who are bitten by scorpion, they come and they do that. Okay, so the mantra is Atana Bandhu Olete Betunara Jobijao. So in this there is a Urdu word and there is a name of the town and some meaning and some name of surname Olete. So like this, he told me he can do that. Okay, and he created it. So these are all possible. Okay. he wanted to demonstrate that, and he did miracles like that. Okay, he made a lot of people raising them from the dead. Then you may ask, okay, did he get everybody to death? One happened, one of his disciples' wife died. Then I remember very well, they were known to me very well. So in the middle of the night, we went to the ashram and I told him. Then Bhagavan, you bring back. But she didn't die out of this scorpion bite or snake bite. She died out of heart attack. So he said, okay. Then afterwards, he told me he could not do it. Why? Because I want you to know it. She was in the Mahalakshmi consciousness. She and her husband gave me the Upanayana, and in order for her to bring her back, he has to touch her. And that lady was very, very particular that no other man should touch. And this has happened with my mother also. Once Bhagavan came to one place and I asked my mother to touch his feet. My mother said, I never touch another man's feet except my husband's. I won't touch your feet. Then immediately Bhagavan said, I have great respect for you. Keep it up. Because that's what Sumati did in the beginning. Anasuya did. So you don't have to touch anybody's feet, even if he is Guru. He said that. And this Mahalakshmi didn't want him to touch him. Unless he touches, he cannot bring the soul back. So he has to tell, she doesn't want me to touch her. So I couldn't do. So don't think things are automatically happens. Some people, if you have the power, why don't you bring back my soul? The soul has its own choice. It happened to my own wife. His sister came to give bone marrow transplantation, etc. But she decided to go away and she went away. That's all. In spite, though I did Sri Vidya for a long time, even though I know certain mantras, etc. Nothing could happen. That is soul's decision. So you have to honor that. She wanted a new body and she got born in Nepal because I told you that she was having polio and she was in Chicago. She couldn't play. She could walk, but with my help. But her desire was to play in snow. So she got born in Nepal, which is full of snow, and in a Shiva Bhaktas. So both the desires. So therefore, what you think in the last moment, it will happen in the next moment. We have chosen our body and we have chosen our parents in this life. But this is what Vidhi Vidhanam. By Vidhi we are born, that is our Jatakam. By Vidhanam, this is what Devidas Garu is telling to you, some of you. By Vidhanam, that is by Yantra, Tantra, Mantra or Pranayama, that Vidhanam you can change your life. I was born very rich. Within 5 years, because of the fate, I became very poor. I cheated somebody in my last life. So I became very poor. But okay, then I worked my way up. I have lots of other problems also. So therefore, the only thing all you can do, and you can be Satyam and sadhana. These are the two things you have to do it. You can, what I say is, if you want to do any sadhana, follow this. Do this sadhana for 42 days, that is 6 weeks. If it does not happen, suppose you are looking for a job, do for 42 weeks. If it does not happen, do for another 21 days, 3 weeks. If it did not happen, keep on doing it. But if you want to change the mantra, that's your will. Many people, they do it for, some people it takes faster, some people take more. You cannot exactly pinpoint. I did 2 lakhs of mantras, it did not manifest. Nobody, there is a cosmic reality that is happening. So not that somebody did not grace. Okay. Keep doing it. I keep doing it now. Okay. So my first thing is to get rid of the cough, and I got it in 3 days. Okay. But I will still do it for some time, for another 6 weeks, so that it doesn't repeat. In the same way, after 40 to 6 weeks, I'll take up on something else. Or I can do 2 things at a time. Once for some time, cough, for some time, for something else. For example, to grow hair, why not? Okay, I'm telling grow hair because I want to grow hair, not out of oils or anything. It's a very peculiar and sometimes you may say thing ridiculous. But if I can get a ridiculous one, I got the jackpot. Why not? Not for any other to get married or hook girls or anything. I can wear a wig for that. I did it. In fact, I cheated my wife wearing the wig, though I told her this is the wig. I made sure it doesn't fall when we are doing talambrala. Okay, so these are all funny things. And after some time, when I went to IIT Madras, I removed my wig and everybody laughed. That means you should be able to wear a wig and you should be willing to rake out the wig and let people laugh. That's what they show in the movies. Somebody, somebody's wig comes out and we all laugh. But can you laugh at yourself? Yes. If you can laugh at yourself, if you can, what you call, insult yourself, if you make ridicule yourself, you cannot be ridiculed by somebody else. This is the secret. Ridicule yourself consciously, not in a different way. Consciously. Understand you are doing it as a sadhana, and this is what the Japanese do. They train managers to be ridiculed. And they do also in military. They use very abusive language so that they become tough. That's, but you don't have to do that in Prahlada Vidya though. Anyway. Okay, any other questions? So you know how to apply this for a job, marriage, and all that. And any ragam, if you have that, keep doing it 42 hours. And you don't have to invest a single penny on this. No, you simply invest time. And whenever you have some time, they call it Chillar Mahalakshmi. See, if you keep on dropping changes, in a vessel, in no time it becomes a good amount of money, and you can convert into dollars. So do that also. So if you have only 1 minute time, do 4 times. You can do that. I do that, in fact. Suddenly I am watching a movie and then I remember it. So a few breaths I will take it. Then I get immersed in the movie and then again I do it. So therefore, make it into a practice. And how long you should do? Of course, as long as you breathe. But the thing is, you are going to breathe forever, if I am right. And I am right. So for infinite amount of time, you have to keep breathing.
Anyone has any other questions? Final questions? Because it has already been close to 3 hours. So if you want to have any, if you have any questions, please go ahead and ask quickly.
Questions, we don't have any questions, but we benefited and experienced a lot from Prahlada Vidya. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్పాలంటే గురుగారు మీరు నాకు ఇంటి గురించి ఇంటి విషయంలోనే నాకు ఇల్లు ఒక 6 నెలల నుంచి ఏమో నేను చాలా తిరుగుతున్నాను. అయితే మీరు ఇల్లు గురించి ప్రహ్లాద విద్య చేయమని చెప్పారు. చెప్పే ప్రొసీజర్ ఒకటి చెప్పారు నాకు. సో విత్ ఇన్ ఎ వీక్ ఐ గాట్ ఎన్ గుడ్ హౌస్. ఏంటంటే నా మనసుకు నచ్చింది, నేను ఎలా అయితే అనుకున్నానో అలాంటి ఇల్లు నాకు దొరికింది అనమాట. ఈ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ తర్వాత నా ఇయర్ పెయిన్ కూడా తగ్గిపోయింది. అలాగే
మేడం, కెన్ యూ స్పీక్ ఇన్ ఇంగ్లీష్? విల్ దట్ బి ఓకే? ఆర్
యు వాంట్ టు? ఐ గాట్ రిడ్ ఆఫ్ మై ఇయర్ పెయిన్.
మీరు ట్రాన్స్లేట్ చేయండి.
ఓకే, నో ప్రాబ్లం. I can speak. I got rid of my ear pain, and at present I am doing this Prahlada Vidya to a cancer patient. క్యాన్సర్ పేషెంట్ కి చేస్తున్నాం మేము అందరం. సార్ ఎవరైనా ట్రాన్స్లేట్ చేస్తున్నారు కదా. సో అయితే ఆవిడ ఏంటంటే ఎవ్రీ 10 days or 15 days కి నా చేత ఈ యోగ నిద్ర చెప్పించుకుంటున్నారు. మీకు ఈ మీటింగ్ లో కూడా ఉన్నారు వాళ్ళ అమ్మాయి యశస్విని. సో ఏంటంటే ఆ ప్రహ్లాద్ విద్యని నేను ఈ క్యాన్సర్ పేషెంట్ మీద మేము అందరం కలిసి చేస్తున్నాము మీరు చెప్పినట్లుగానే. అలాగే యోగ నిద్రలో ఈ ఈ మీరు ఏదైతే చెప్పారో అమృతం సీల్ చేయటం, తర్వాత ఎలా ఇమాజినేషన్ మీరు శ్వాస తీసుకున్నప్పుడల్లా ఈ ఏదైతే ప్రహ్లాద్ విద్య ఉందో అది మేము ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తున్నాము. సో ఎందుకంటే మేము ఎందుకు చాలా హ్యాపీగా ఎందుకున్నానంటే ఫస్ట్ నేను ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ అయ్యాను. తర్వాత మా స్టూడెంట్స్ కి వాళ్ళు ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ అయ్యి నాకు చెప్పిన తర్వాత వాళ్ళు నా చేత ఈ ప్రహ్లాద విద్య రోజు కూడా చెప్పించుకుంటున్నారు. చెప్పించుకోవడం అంటే వాళ్ళు చేస్తున్నారు ప్రాక్టీస్. ద ప్రాక్టీస్ ఇన్ ద క్లాస్, ప్రాక్టీసింగ్ ఇన్ ద క్లాస్.
So you are from which place, madam?
Hyderabad, AP, Telangana, Hyderabad.
Okay,
India.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, so let me translate for them, for the audience.
Okay.
So Rajini kadandi మీ పేరు?
కాదండి, శైలజ అంటారు, అర్పిత అని పిలుస్తారు. అర్పిత ఇస్ రన్నింగ్ నేమ్.
Okay, yeah.
శైలజ అనేది. Okay.
Thank you so much for sharing your experiences. Arpita madam has given 3 experiences. The first one is she wanted to have a beautiful house and she applied Prahlada Vidya and she got a beautiful house. She is blessed with a beautiful house. So that's first experience. And after that she gained a lot of confidence in the Prahlada Vidya technique, and then she applied for her ear pain, and her ear pain gone by practicing Prahlada Vidya. Now she is working on a cancer patient and applying this Prahlada Vidya technique in Yoga Nidra. Like she's a yoga teacher and she's applying, and many people are happy and they are getting results. That is what she was sharing.
Let me add something here. This lady has a friend who got recently married to Ravi Shastri. Ravi Shastri is a Brahmin yogi, and this lady is a Kshatriya lady. Okay, and they are in love with each other for 4 or 5 years, but very respectable people practicing. So when she came, when I did the Prahlada Vidya, etc., I asked her to do that. Then I also told that I will be her, a spiritual father, you can say godfather, and give her away in marriage to this Brahmin boy, because her parents are very particular that the girl should be a Brahmin. So therefore we followed the middle path. So when I spiritually adopt her, she takes my gotram. And then but I am single. I cannot do the Kanyadana by myself unless I put something else, some saree of my wife or something like that. But then the parent insisted that full-blooded husband and wife should sit. So I asked my daughter-in-law and son to sit for that. We went there, and it happened very well. And my daughter-in-law got a spiritual experience by sitting by her side, and she felt very happy. Earlier, she thought it was a chore, a responsibility. Now, that Kanyadana procedure is so overwhelming, and now she felt very happy. And then, but something else has happened. This has happened on 26th night in Hyderabad, in a house, and many people came. Her relatives came, and then next day there is a report from Marilla, a small town in near Nellore. There was rains, and the village people, there is a talk. All the tanks, cheruvu it's called, were dry for 14 years, and they got full because of the rain in that particular area. And so the talk was, Shastri gari peddabbayiki pellaindi, Shastri's eldest son got married, and we got our cheruvus full. they linked these two. So these people have practiced Prahlada Vidya, and not only that, the Ravi Shastri made a lot of people to practice this Nutana Gayatri or Ananta Gayatri also, and they did the Brahma Japam also. In the some tradition, I gave the Brahma Mantra to them, and he made lakhs of people, and that brought about a lot of transformation. And the parents told me, we were resistant to this marriage for the last 4 years, and we are so happy that this marriage happened between two castes. And the girl himself is dark, and this gentleman was very fair. And even then, they looked like Shiva and Parvati. Parvati is Shyamala, basically. And it's a new experience for us, and we are so happy that this girl came into our family. What I'm saying is, with Prahlada Vidya, you can work wonders. You can bring harmony between castes, between enemies, between people with different ideas. Only thing is, you have to practice it. And this lady practiced Prahlada Vidya. Of course, Ravi Shastri was practicing it. Okay. And when I said water will come, he didn't believe himself, he said. When he practiced, he had a lot of water coming out of the body in different ways. And he got the experience, and he's quite happy. And my daughter-in-law is quite young. So how many children you have? They asked. I just got my eldest daughter married, so I have to wait for some time. So it was a great experience for her.
Thank you for sharing, sir. So any other questions from anyone? You made a great statement, and that is being liked by everyone. He said women should be, the wives should be worshipped by
yes,
right? So then they asked us, like, how should wives should be worshipped?
they already said Patiya Prachittadevo. That is obvious. See, you should see the movie Viparnarayana. Okay, Viparnarayana falls on the feet of the Devadevi. Of course, wife falling on the feet of husband is quite normal. Okay, but both should do it, in privacy at least, Of course, in privacy, people do that. And they hold the feet of the wife anyway.
And I think there were questions regarding the Prahlada Vidya practice and all. So you answered that question by making them practice. And there's one comment by someone saying that, what a fabulous session, Malladi Garu. You are the true Rishi of this age. I bow down to your knowledge. So there's a fantastic comment.
Thank you very much. I appreciate being lauded. But anyway, let me rise up to that level.
Yes. So many people appreciated the knowledge you shared, and I think they're willing to practice sincerely.
Yeah, we have to practice it. All said and done, any amount of theory, the small things like getting rid of the migraine, they are quite. We are going for the big thing, basically, especially you and I. Okay.
So, yeah, if there are no other questions, thank you all for attending this session, and please subscribe to this Hierarchy Wisdom channel so that all the videos and notifications you will receive. And one more thing is, this Prahlada Vidya make you dependable, not dependent on some other source.
Yes.
Yes. So this is the main concept. Prahlada Vidya makes you dependable rather than dependent on some other external source for your well-being. So that is the first foremost point.
And all the devatas we are invoking, we are invoking them as friends. You should make friendship with your mother. You should make friendship with your father. Okay? And so you should make friendship with Hanuman. So this friendship is the greatest relationship between husband and wife, and father and son, mother and daughter, and brother and sister. So and that can be done very easily with Prahlada Vidya.
So my final comment is, we greatly appreciate the knowledge shared, the great wisdom shared by Dr. Malladi Garu, and the Guru Dakshina that we can offer to him is practicing this sincerely and transform our lives. That is the best Guru Dakshina that we can offer.
I want to make one comment here. Shraddha is independent of karma. That is why what you call Shraddha, Shirdi Sai Baba, okay, is to say Shraddha and Saburi. This Shraddha is independent of karma, and you can gain Shraddha by listening to somebody, some principle, and that is the Guru, and Saburi is the Dakshina, that is your sadhana is the Dakshina. So therefore, Shraddha and Saburi, you do it, and then you get Prahlada Vidya as Siddhi. Okay?
So thank you once again for you all, and have a great weekend, and practice this. And if you have any questions or comments, please send it to malladiacademy@gmail.com. Or if you want to send email to hierarchywisdom@gmail.com, we can forward that information to Malladi Garu, and he can answer all your questions and comments. And thank you.
We'll give some time for about 2 weeks for sadhana, and then occasionally we don't have to go this long. What we can do is we do the session like we did in the big end, just a 27-minute session, and then some questions to keep the fire alive. So we'll meet 2 weeks after this. Okay? And you are most welcome to call me. So I can answer you. You can make a WhatsApp call, etc. Okay. And if a few people want a Zoom session, we can also arrange it for it. No problem. Okay. But understand, it is obligation free. You are not obligated to me, nor am I obligated to you. It's a mutually. It's like saying Obhay Kusulopari, mutual freedom. Okay.
Thank you all once again.
Bye.